Well, Hugh has always been sort of a very bubbly, very friendly person. He's always been very social and he's very funny. He always likes cracking jokes. But you'd always sense that when things would suddenly go wrong or there would be something that would upset him, you can tell there was a triggering point that would completely change his personality, and how he would behave around his family or those who really value him and who want to take care of him the most. And so for a very long time, it was very difficult for those around him, such as myself, my dad, his father, who were trying to help him with these things, and we didn't understand why this was happening in the first place. And so, in a way, it was very natural for us to sort of take these personally as well, when in fact it wasn't personal. It was just him not even realizing why he was acting the way he was acting. And so it's important to realize that it's not him being mean. It's not that person who's trying to do those things. It's just something that they cannot control with those reactions. So it's key to make sure that we actually try and understand what they are going through,
That's
why this is happening. Is this a symptom or is it a problem? We need to understand the true cause of this. And now that when you look at the numbers of the milligrams that he was taking every day, it makes you just realize that, well, anyone who would take any sort of medication on that dose would clearly have severe side effects. And with Hugh, it was just a change in that personality. Now, the great thing is, none of that seems to have, at least for the long term, impacted how he feels now or the relationships that he's established in Tunbridge with our family, with his friends. And so it's just really great to see that both in the family and in his social life in Tunbridge, he's been embraced by his friends. The community sort of taking care of him because we all realize that Hugh in his purest form is a very friendly, very funny, talkative, social person who just wants and so that the when we look at his personality, his behavior now, you can see a completely sort of 180 change because there's th those thoughts of those feelings of even sometimes anger, betrayal, all those things that I'm sure he was thinking about are no longer there because he's able to think about those things that were before. I mean, while he was taking the medication, he wasn't able to think about those things.
yes.
Um, I think it's important to understand, well, it's if you do stick through this, if you do try and help them,
Hmm.
that there is a better side to this because this is not supposed to happen in the first place.